everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Saturday, so I'm gonna be filming 3 book reviews today. So same as usual, same outfit, so let's just get into it. So the first book that I have to review for you today is Scavenge the Stars by Tara Sim. This is a gender-bent retelling of The Count of Monte Cristo, which I am vaguely familiar with. I watched a Thug Notes video about it, which if you've not seen Thug Notes, I will definitely link it for you because he's hilarious and I love him, and it's just great to watch it to get a somewhat summary about classics and stuff that you haven't seen or read. So yeah. Scavenge the Stars is about a girl named Amaya, or Silverfish as her nickname is at the beginning of the book, who was sold to a debtor's ship when she was younger to pay off her family's debts. So she's been working there since she was 8 years old, and she's 16 or 17 by the start of this book. So she's been there for a good chunk of her life. She rescues a drowning guy named Boone that tells her that if she can help him escape, he will give her riches and she'll be able to get revenge on the man who sold her to the debtor's ship in the first place. And that is where K. Macardo, or K.O. Macardo, comes in. He is Cayman Macardo's son, his only son, who Amaya is trying to get revenge on. So that's kind of the plot and characters. Now we'll talk about the romance. I adore the romance between Amaya and K.O. because at first Amaya is very standoffish, she wants nothing to do with K.O., and then she's like, oh, and she has this thing where she'll be thinking thinking about him, and her thoughts will just go to a violent thought along with a romantic thought. So she's has a lot of conflicting feelings about K.O. and whether she should continue to go through with her plan for revenge. But one thing I will say is that when Amaya is pretending to be the Countess, much like the Count of Monte Cristo, he's not really a count, he's just got some stolen wealth or whatever, which is what Amaya basically does. There was a few chapters where, every other chapter is in K.O. and Amaya's point of view, so it's alternating chapters. But I will say one thing is that because of the alternating chapters, the timeline is somewhat confusing, because at one point you have K.O. interacting with the Countess, which you kind of figure is Amaya in the first place. I mean, it's not really a spoiler if you know the story of the Count of Monte Cristo. But, and then you have the next chapter, Amaya is not even in the city yet. So it kind of jumps back and forth, but it's not explicitly stated that they're jumping back and forth. So it gets really confusing until you realize what is actually going on. So I guess that's the only little nitpick I have for this book, but it is a series. I'm not sure if it's going to be a trilogy or a duology. I haven't looked into it that closely, but I'm really interested to see where this book series goes. I was really hesitant to even start reading it. That's why it took me 3 months to actually pick it up, because I was I'm not really interested in it, but I actually ended up not minding it that much. I think I gave it a 3, so it's not I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. So it's kind of in that little middle where I'm I would continue the series, definitely. So yeah, that's my book review for Scavenge the Stars, and I will see you guys later. Bye!